21st post. I do have a schedule change in a sense. Monday and Tuesday next week, we are going to be running at 12:10 earlier posts with 9 race cars. So keep that in mind, just a little bit earlier come Monday. But we do have a card tomorrow, not originally scheduled because we moved yesterday's card to tomorrow. Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody. But we do have the card tomorrow, and I will be back tomorrow myself, and then Monday, Jack will be back.
I will
on.
be back Monday, yes.
Okay, so enjoy today's card.
Horses coming out on the track. First race here at Finger Lakes. Number 1, By Ming Standards, Joel Cruz. Number 2 is Hey Pal, Cabracoa. Number 3 is Busy, 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 Kevin Navarro. Scratch the 4. Number 5 is Almez, Luis Perez. Number 6, KC Kelsey and Michael Davila Jr. Number 7, Mr. Baldy, Brelu Gutierrez. And number 8 is Rein It In, and Andre Worry. Post time in just a few minutes. Track is muddy. A reminder for everyone that Finger Lakes will run a special Thursday card tomorrow to replace the Tuesday card that we had to cancel yesterday. Now, PPs, past performances, they'll be available online at drf.com. Also, free Equibase programs available at fingerlakesgaming.com. Now, the Thursday print edition of the Daily Racing Form will not have Finger Lakes in it. But the races are the same. If you have Tuesday's racing form, you can use that for Thursday. We'll keep on reminding you throughout the afternoon on that. And also starting next week, or next Monday, first post will be at 12:10 p.m. And the horses have reached the starting gate. First race, Finger Lakes. Casey Kelsey. Mr. Baldy and rein it in to the outside. Two to five on Hey Pal. Rein it in, going up and in. They're all in the gate. They're off and running at Finger Lakes. A smooth beginning for the favorite Hey Pal, who bounds out for the lead. By Mink Standards angles to the outside, as it's Almez who's displaying speed, who's in the second spot. By Mink Standards in third. Mr. Baldy outside in fourth. Busy, 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 tucked in along the inside fifth. 4 off the lead. 2 lengths back to rein it in second last, and 2 more lengths to the trailer. And that is Casey Kelsey as they turn on to the backstretch. Hey Pal on top of By Mink Standards and Almez outside second and third. They're clear by 4.5. Mr. Baldy mid-flight in fourth, to the outside a busy, busy, busy fifth. Then a length back to rein it in, and a margin of about 8 lengths to Casey Kelsey, who's at the tail of the field. Half mile to go. Hey Pal, the 1-2 favorite, has the lead over By Mink Standards, prompting outside second. Almez, blue blinkers in third. Busy, 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 and the Blue House Silks in fourth. Now up into a joint third. 2 lengths off the lead is Busy, Busy, Busy. Rein It In is in fifth, and 5 lengths off the lead. Half length back to Mr. Baldy's under pressure, and many, many lengths back to Casey Kelsey, who's at the tail of the field. A quarter of a mile left to travel. Hey Pal, Busy, Busy, Busy gets on through towards the inside and challenges for the lead. And By Mink Standards is in third and 4 lengths off the pace, and then it's Almez in fourth. As they run down to the final furlong, Hey Pal lets it out a notch and spurts clear by 7 lengths in a blink of an eye. Busy, Busy, Busy left in his wake. 16th to go. It's graduation day for Hey Pal. Hey Pal wins convincingly. Busy, Busy, Busy second over Rein It In. Close for fourth By Mink Standards or Mr. Baldy. Two, three, eight, one. Hey Pal, the 1-2 favorite first. Time for the mile, 140.47. Back to the winner's circle. Number 2, Hey Pal. New York bred 2-year-old chestnut colt by Boston Stones out of Asprey. M. Anthony Ferrero, owner, trainer, breeder. Capercoa, the winning jockey. Hey Pal pays $3.16 to win. Exacta $36.48. Try $46.44. Super $13.88. 83 cents. Second race, Finger Lakes, no show, no try, no superfecta wagering. Scratch number 2, Slice Away. Scratch number 4, that's Amore. So you got win in place, exacta, daily double, and pick 3 wagering as your wagering options. Post time for race number 2 in about 19 minutes at 12:48 p.m. Fillies coming on the track for race number 2 from Finger Lakes. Scratch the 2 and 4. Number 1 is back to Kali and Joel Cruz. Number 3 is Lillystrom and Cabercoa. Number 5, Flying Phoebe, Emmanuel de Diego. And number 6, Espresso Tini and Raylu Gutierrez. Post time in just a few. Fillies have reached the starting gate. Race 2 from Finger Lakes. Lily Strum going up, Flying Phoebe, and Espresso Teeny. They're all on the gate. And they're off. Back to Kali, zipping out for the lead and is headstrong and opens up by about 3 lengths as they go around that first turn. It's Lily Strum who's to the inside of Espresso Teeny, and a gap of 2 lengths to Flying Phoebe, who's at the back of the pack and about 6.5 lengths off the lead. 6 furlongs to go, and they transition to the backstretch. It's Back to Kali, and Joel Cruz on the engine has the lead by 4. First quarter mile, 23 4/5. Lily Strum and Cabercoa sit in the second spot, a length and a half to Flying Phoebe and Emmanuel De Diego in third, and 2 more lengths to Espresso Teeny and Raylu Gutierrez at the back of the pack. They run to the half-mile pole. Back to Kali on top. The lead still 4 lengths over Lily Strum in second. The opening half in 47 3/5. A margin of 2 to Flying Phoebe towards the inside in third. Then about 7 lengths to Espresso Teeny, who's under pressure to keep up at the tail of the field. 3 furlongs to go. Back to Kali. The lead's 5 lengths over Lily Strum, who's a clear-cut second. Another 3 lengths back to Flying Phoebe in third. And about 13 lengths to the trailer, Espresso Teeny, as they arrive at the top of the stretch. Back to Kali as Cruz takes a look over for the competition and can see Lily Strum and Koa bearing down the outside. Looks like a 2-horse race as they got about 1 furlong to go. Back to Kali, but it's Lily Strum. Lily Strum now wrestles that lead away from Back to Kali, and then a country block back to the other 2, Flying Phoebe and Espresso Teeny. As they come down the winning line, it's Lily Strum. Give Cabercoa a riding double in the card. Back to Kali second, Espresso Teeny third, fourth Flying Phoebe. Back to the winner's circle, number 3, Lily Strum. First-time starter, Kentucky bred, 2-year-old chestnut filly by Curlin out of Dreamit. Owned and bred by Hooley Racing Stable. Miguel Clement, the trainer. Cabercoa with the early double here at Finger Lakes. $3.30 the Winnie Mutual, double $5.46, exacta $4.56. Third race Finger Lakes, no changes. Exacta trifecta, superfecta, daily double, pick 3 wagering. Third race starts the early 50-cent pick 4. Post time race 3 in about 21 minutes at 1:17 p.m. Another reminder that we race tomorrow here at Finger Lakes to replace the card that got canceled on Tuesday. First post at 12:20 p.m. Now, if you use the print edition of the Daily Racing Form and expecting to see the Finger Lakes PPs, they will not be in. There was too quick of a turn time to get those printed, as they were already printed up when we canceled on Tuesday. So I'll have to download if you're going to use the DRF PPs. Also, if you have the print edition from last Tuesday, the races are the same. So you can use those PPs if you want the printed edition. And of course, you can download and print them up as well if you're a DRF.com member. And of course, each and every racing date, the Equibase programs are free at fingerlakesgaming.com. Horses coming on the track, third race here at Finger Lakes. Number 1, Dorothy's Happiness and Jeremiah's Flores. Number 2 is Don't Poke the Cat and Luis Perez. Number 3, In a Minute, Joel Cruz. Number 4 is Smooth Tails and Emmanuel de Diego. Number 5, Barfly, Andre Worry. Number 6, Central Love, Oscar Gomez. Well, go to the 7, Flash Kiss and Jose Baez. And number 6, Central Love and Oscar Gomez. Post time in just a few minutes. And the horses have reached the starting gate for race 3 from Finger Lakes. In a Minute going up. Central Love, green blinkers. Oscar Gomez aboard, and then Flash Kiss to the outside. They're all in the gate. And they're off. Smooth Tails wins the break and fires out for the lead. In a minute, though, wants that lead and has inside position. These two side by side as they take on that first turn. It's Central Love, who's 3 wide third. Dorothy's Happiness saving all the ground in fourth. Bar flies outside of him. A couple lengths back to the trailers. Flash Kiss to the outside at Don't Poke the Cat. Those two about 11 lengths off the lead. 6 furlongs to go as they transition to the backstretch. In a minute has a lead, hounded by Smooth Tails on the outside second. They're clear by 8. Over Central Love in third. First quarter mile carved out in 24 seconds. Barfly towards the inside in fourth. 4 more lengths back to Dorothy's Happiness, a clear-cut fifth. And then a space of about 8 lengths to the trailers. Don't Poke the Cat to the inside of Flash Kiss. The opening half in 47 2/5. Good pace in the front end, being set by In a Minute. In a Minute shakes clear of Smooth Tails as they make the entry into the far turn. It's Central Love who's in third. Dorothy's Happiness towards the inside fourth. Barfly able to split rivals, and Barfly's now up into second, right to the outside of Dorothy's Happiness. Central Love is in fourth, but doesn't go with the second and third place horses. Don't Poke the Cat from far back is into the top 4, saving all the ground towards the inside of the red blinkers here as they reach the top of the stretch. Barfly, Dorothy's Happiness bump, and Don't Poke the Cat takes the inside passage if good enough, and Don't Poke the Cat is now on even terms with Dorothy's Happiness and Barfly, and these three throw it down with a 16th to go. Dorothy's Happiness, Don't Poke the Cat, Barfly across the track. It's Don't Poke the Cat and Dorothy's Happiness. If I had to guess, Dorothy's Happiness, but that's a 3-way photo finish. Dorothy's Happiness, Don't Poke the Cat, Barfly in the third from Finger Lakes. Do have a jockey objection. Rider the 5 Barfly, Andre Worry has lodged an objection versus Dorothy's Happiness, the 1, for alleged interference at about the quarter pole. Jockey objection 5 versus 1. Dorothy's Happiness posted as the unofficial winner. Second, number 2, Don't Poke the Cat. Third, number 5, Barfly. Fourth, number 7, Flash Kiss. 1, 2, 5, 7. Got a jockey objection 5 versus 1 for alleged interference at about the quarter pole. Please hold all tickets. No change. No change in the order of finish. Stewards ruled that the contact between the 1 and 5 from about the 5/16 to the 3/16 pole was mutual. Therefore, no change in the order of finish. Dorothy's Happiness. New York bred. 4-year-old Big Gelding by Run Happy out of Finding Arium. Frank Fumira owns, Rachel Sells trains, Jeremiah Flores the winning jockey. Barry Osterger bred Dorothy's Happiness. It's official, $4 the winning mutual. Double $10.20, exacta $15.70. Trifecta, $18.29. Dime superfecta, $7.02. Fourth race from Finger Lakes. No scratches or jockey changes. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, daily double. Late pick 5 wagering. Post time, race number 4. About 18 minutes at 1:48 p.m.
in here. The other one that's an interesting one and is a real tricky read was the morning line favorite, the one Cabernet. She's primarily a synthetic horse. She's run all of her best races on the synthetic, but she did run third in a starter allowance down at Mountaineer. So you look at that race, and the race before in the mud wasn't bad either when running against optional claiming allowance horses. So drops to 5 today on a wet dirt track. If she handles the surface with her numbers, you got to figure she's going to be awfully formidable in this spot. But a lot of ifs for Cabernet on this surface. Silent Sandy was another one that I thought had some tactical speed that if Rument doesn't take the initiative, she may be able to take full advantage of that. She's coming off a victory, actually 2 straight victories, so she's in good form right now. If she keeps her form, she's going to be a factor anyway. It's a tougher group today, but from a pace scenario, without a lot of speed other than Rument and maybe Mission Avenue outside of her, she should be up in the mix early. And if they don't go fast fractions like we've seen in a couple races today, Silent Sandy should be around at the end and does have a chance to make it 3 in a row. So those are a few of the contenders here for race number 4. We are going to start the late pick 5 with this race. Exacta Tri Super and Daily Double also available.
Fillies and Mares coming on the track. 4th race here at Finger Lakes. Number 1 is Cabernet. And Christian Navarro. Number 2, Turn Up the Music, Kevin Navarro. Number 3, Tekka, Andre Worry. Number 4, Rumint and Raylu Gutierrez. Number 5, Silent Sandy, Michael Davila Jr. Number 6, Mission Avenue, Yalexa Marie Cintron. And number 7 is Miss Pab, Kay Burkoa, the riding assignment. Post time in just a few. Approaching the gate. Fillies and Mares have arrived at the gate. Race number 4 from Finger Lakes. Mission Avenue going up. Tekka. Rumint. Silent Sandy. Miss Pab to the outside. They're all in the gate. And they're off. It's Tekka, Rumint, and Silent Sandy. These three vie for the early lead, and now it's Rumint and Silent Sandy who kick on with it, and Tekka takes back a little bit in third. 4 lengths off the lead. Turn up the music outside of her in fourth. Miss Pab is wide around that first turn. Cabernet saves all the ground towards the inside. And then it's Mission Avenue who is in between horses. And now Miss Pab is at the tail of the field. Rumint has the lead by a length and a half. Silent Sandy, turn up the music outside second and third. Tekka races in fourth. Mission Avenue 3 wide and fifth to the outside of Cabernet. And 3 parts of a length back to Miss Pab, who's deep on the course at the back of the pack at about 8.5 lengths off the lead. Up the backstretch, it's Rumint setting a good pace at the front end. The lead's a length and a half over Silent Sandy. Turn up the music on the extreme outside, now up into second. Fourth place is Tekka and about 7 lengths off the lead. Cabernet scoots on through towards the inside in fifth. Miss Pab is still deep on the course, and Mission Avenue is now at the tail of the field. 3 furlongs to go. Rumint leads by 2 over Turn Up the Music, who's niggled upon to go after the leader in second, and then a gap of about 7 lengths back to Silent Sandy. Cabernet's up the inside. Miss Pab is deep on the course. Then it's Tekka in second last, and Mission Avenue trails the field as they reach the top of the stretch, and Rumint makes a dash for home. Rumint has a lead by 4 lengths. Turn Up the Music's in second. Miss Pab, Cabernet third and fourth. 1 furlong to go. Rumint continues to lead by about 5 lengths over Turn Up the Music. Cabernet's up into third. As they come down to the winning line, it's Rumint. Rumint in front. Turn Up the Music second. Cabernet third, fourth. Silent Sandy. Four, two, 1, 5. Number 4, Rumint first. To the winner's circle, number 4, Rumint. New York bred, 4-year-old chestnut filly by Munnings out of Humint. Michael Foster, the owner. Michael Ferrero, the trainer. Ray Lou Gutierrez, the winning jockey. John Loriello, bred, Rumint. $4.18 the winning mutual, double $10.48, exacta $10.76, trifecta $7.66, super $3.72, pick three $4.94. Fifth race, Finger Lakes, scratch number 7, Princess Azara. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, daily double, late pick 4 wagering. Post time, race number 5 at about 21 minutes at 2:18 p.m.
All right, get ready for race number 5. Pace makes a race, and Ruben, a different pace scenario today, was able to make the front, and she didn't look back. She went gate to wire. Raylu Gutierrez for Michael S. Ferraro and Michael Foster. They get the win to start off the pick 5. All right, we go to the 5th, a 2-year-old filly maiden race that goes a distance of 6 furlongs. Scratch the 7, Princess Azaro. We'll look at some of the main contenders. There are a few first-time starters in this race. Obviously, you get these 2-year-old fillies still getting out there to the races, some of them. The 9 horse is taking some early money. That's Purple Divine, a horse by Tiz the Law. Bred to go longer and bred more for the turf on the dam side, but she does have some good breeding. They did pay $38,000 this year for as a 2-year-old. You look at Tiz the Law, he's over 7 furlongs average winning distance. The dam average winning distance over 8 furlongs. Sometimes it doesn't matter when you're well bred like this one, and is getting a lot of action early at 2-1. I was looking at the 1 Galilean's Girl. She didn't take a lot of money in her debut. She went off at odds of 11-1, and she ran very well. I mean, she overcame a lot in that race. Wasn't all that quick at the start. She was a little green, then made up some of the ground, but then she had to alter out late. She was making a move inside, got caught in there, and almost forced to check hard, but she didn't. I mean, she ended up altering out. Naz actually did a good job to keep her running, but she had to overcome the traffic to run third. A cleaner trip today, even though she's from the rail, could put her in the winner's circle. She's one of the contenders in this race. Scarlet Queen, hard to fault her. She's run 2 good races, 2 third-place finishes in her first 2 starts. She was bet down late to be the favorite. I think she went from like 5-1 to even money with the late money. And then I think the rail was part of her downfall in her debut. No real excuse last time. She did get caught wide against a pretty decent field. Let's kind of look at it from that standpoint. The winner looked pretty good in victory. So she'll get another chance here. She's got a little experience edge on these after 2 career starts. The 2-horse Battle Rifle, you can make a case for this horse as she was very green in her debut. She was wide on the turn. She then ducked to the inside. And that was after a poor break. So, they do these 2-year-old fillies. They seem to run better in their second start, especially after being so green that she was the first time. And she did look good. I mean, she actually made a nice middle move during that time, but had no impact in the late stages because of all the trouble that she had, most of it caused by herself. The other first-time starter that's interesting is the 5 Playing on Broadway. Pretty good mud breeding for this one by Musta Stones of a Dam by Any Given Saturday. This was a half-2 Playing with Dolls, a horse that runs here and runs competitively. She was as a maiden and early in that one's career. So this was sent out from a pretty good connections. Buckley and Navarro have been on fire for the last couple of weeks. So Playing with Broadway, she's getting a little play at odds of 5-1. Seems like most of the early action as far as first-time starters was with the 9 for Engelhardt, Purple Divine. Yeah, Tricky had a good 2-year-old filly maiden race. This one, we had the mile races earlier. This one goes 6 furlongs. We do scratch the 7, Princess Azara.
on the track, race 5 from Finger Lakes. Number 1 is Galilean's Girl and Nasario Alvarado. Number 2, Battle Rifle, Chris Russell. Number 3, Scarlet Queen, Luis Pena. Number 4, Hip Hop Dancer, J.M. Rohina. Number 5, Playing on Broadway, Kevin Navarro. Number 6 is Marigold Marigold and Jeremias Flores. Number 8 is Burbice Honey and Oscar Gomez. And number 9, Purple Divine and Andre Worry. Post time in just a few minutes. Approach the gate. And the fillies have reached the starting gate, race 5 from Finger Lakes. Got a field of 8 maidens, 2-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. 2-1 on number 1, Galilean's Girl, and number 9, Purple Divine. Hip Hop Dancer. Playing on Broadway. Marigold, Marigold. Berbice Honey. And Purple Divine. Purple Divine to the outside. They're all in the gate. And they're off. Scarlet Queen barrels out for the front. Galilean's Girl towards the inside. Purple Divine is 4 wide. Berbice Honey in the 3-path, only a half length off the lead. A gap of about 5 lengths to Hip Hop Dancer playing on Broadway and Battle Rifle. They make up that cluster. And then a separation of about 10 lengths to the trailer, Marigold, Marigold, who's at the tail of the field. On to the turn, Galilean's Girl to the inside of Purple Divine. The two are more or less on even terms. Scarlet Queen's up the inside third. Berbice Honey now losing a position at this point in time in fourth and 6.5 lengths off the lead. 2 lengths back to Battle Rifle in fifth. Then a half length back to Hip Hop Dancer playing on Broadway is in second last as they arrive at the top of the stretch. A struggle between Galilean's Girl and Purple Divine. These two nip and tuck in upper stretch. Scarlet Queen skims the inside in third, about 4 lengths off the lead. 1 furlong to go. Galilean's Girl trying to turn away Purple Divine and Scarlet Queen late on the scene up the inside. Galilean's Girl and Scarlet Queen. It's Galilean's Girl. Galilean's Girl in front. Scarlet Queen second. Third, Purple Divine. Fourth, Berbice Honey. One, 3, 9, 8. Galilean's Girl first. Galilean's Girl. Second start of winning one for this New York bred 2-year-old Dr. Brown filly by Galilean out of by Leaps. Linda Dixon and Hector Alejandro, the owners. Linda Dixon, the trainer. Nazario Alvarado, The winning jockey, Barry Ostriger, bred Galleon's Girl. We got a jockey objection. Rider of the 3 Scarlet Queen, Luis Pena, has lodged an objection versus the unofficial winner, the 1 Galleon's Girl, for alleged interference up the backstretch. 3 versus 1, jockey objection. Please hold all tickets. No change. $6.72, the winning mutual. Daily double, $19.16. Exacta, $19.46. Trifecta, $13.98. Super, $10.82. Pick 3, $8.59. Pick 5, $37.32. Race 6 from Finger Lakes, no changes. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, daily double, and pick 3 wagering. Post time in 20 minutes at 2:50 p.m.
All right, getting ready for race number 6. Good finish to the two-year-old. All the two-year-old races today were pretty good. It was Galilean's Girl having to deal with Purple Divine throughout that race, and Scarlet Queen almost took advantage late, made it close at the end, but Galilean's Girl ends up holding out. Linda Dixon's been just great with these young two-year-old horses. That's kind of her MO now. And Naz Alvarado guided that one to victory in the 5th. Go to the 6th race, the 5,000 claimer going a mile and 16th. It is hours of race that's a date or never won 4 races. Kind of look at some of the contenders in here. You know Nilruck's going to get some play. He is looking for 4 in a row. That's curling backwards. He just got up. I mean, it was a tight finish last time, won by a nose over a pretty good field. And he had to deal with a duel all the way around the track. I mean, he got out there and ended up pressing the pace, and Chris Elliott able to hold on with this horse. Now it goes back to Ray. Ray won 2 in a row with this horse before that, even the victory in the slop. Now the water's a little deeper here. It's a tougher field because it is that split condition. The non-winners race since a date, and he's in for the 4 lifetime part. But he's so sharp right now that he's going to get some action looking for 4 in a row. I did like Udamaro a little bit better because I think Udamaro doesn't mind an off track, and that's the big thing here. He was a close second to Cascade Cruiser when he ran the off track. Cascade Cruiser ran a pretty good time for the day when he defeated him that day, and it was a little bit back to the 3rd place horse. Followed it up with a close 2nd place finish with a drop down in Big Rich. So he's going good right now. I just kind of hope that he can seal the deal because he's had 3 straight seconds in a row. I guess you call that knocking at the door. Today maybe he could break through. And right now he's a price at odds of 7 to 1. Look at other horses. The 4, you got America's Justice, and he's just kind of hanging around. He actually closed a little ground with a mild rally last time to be 3rd going 6 furlongs. You would think the route's his thing, though, and he's run primarily long his whole career. It's just like a horse that's got speed. He needs the lead, kind of like his great sire, American Pharaoh. American Pharaoh, of course, the Triple Crown winner, but like to be on the front end, and so does this one. And he's got some class and obviously some good breeding. Again, he dropped to 5 last time, but that was in the sprint. Today stretches out. You have to think if he can get the lead. I mean, there is some other speed in here, but if he can clear for the lead or at least be out there on the front line in reasonable fractions, he's got a good chance to beat this group. And he's a good price right now, and he's going to be a good price there. Maybe overlooked a little bit here in race number 6, just because his recent route form wasn't good. But let's face it, he's a better router. That one route that he did run was his first route in 2 years, over 2 years, because he hadn't run since 2023. Fitness was an issue, and the fact that he wasn't with the pace was an issue. He was ended up chasing a few lengths back in 47. This could be a different pace scenario, which could help his cause. So 6th race, we start the late pick 3, Exacta, Tri, Super, and Daily Double, also offered here.
Horses coming on the track for race number 6 from Finger Lakes. Number 1 is Drinking Solo in Cabercoa. Number 2, Majestic Frontier and Carlos Camilo. Number 3 is Co-Conspirator and Nasario Alvarado. Number 4, America's Justice, Joe Cruz. Number 5, Nilruck, Raylu Gutierrez. Number 6, Ring Good, Kevin Navarro, the riding assignment. Number 7, going to the left, October Bliss, GM Rohina. Number 8 is Utamaro and Luis Pena. Number 9 is Gandhi Dancing, Alexa Marie Cintron. And number 10 is Socks for Daughters and Chris Russell. Post time in a few. Approach the gate. And the horses have arrived at the gate for race number 6 from Finger Lakes. Field of 10 to go a mile and a 16th. Favorite at 9-5, number 5, Nil Rock. Okay, co-conspirator, Majestic Frontier, co-conspirator, drinking solo. America's Justice, Nil Rock. Ring good, ring good, ring good, ring good. October Bliss. Nil Rock going in. Ring good. October Bliss. Utamaro, Candy Dancing, Socks for Daughters. And they're all in the gate. And they're off. Hop in the air at the start for Nil Rock. It's Drinking Solo setting out for the lead. America's Justice forwardly placed, as well as October Bliss. As it's Candy Dancing will be widest around that first turn. Co-Conspirator is at the fence, and then it's Nil Rock in mid-pack, followed up by Majestic Frontier, who skims the inside. Ring Good is in 8th, Utamaro 9th, and 3 lengths of Socks for Daughters in the 10th and trailing position as they navigate the first turn. It's Drinking Solo who has the yellow blinkers in front. October Bliss now pressing on by. Then about 3 lengths back to Candy Dancing, America's Justice, and Co-Conspirator, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 3 lengths, Nil Rock runs along in the 6th spot. 4 more lengths back to Utamaro to the outside of Majestic Frontier. Ring Goods in second last, and a gap of about 7 lengths to Socks for Daughters, who's at the tail of the field. October Bliss with a half mile to go, on top by 2. America's Justice and Candy Dancing launching rallies outside second and third. Nil Rock now in 4th. Drinking Solo back pedals 5th, and 2 lengths to Co-Conspirator. Utamaro's about 10 lengths off the lead. Then it's Majestic Frontier and Ring Good, and still many lengths back to Socks for Daughters, who trails the field. As they arrive at the quarter pole, October Bliss is the target, has the lead by 3. Nil Rock launching a rally on the far outside, and then it's Candy Dancing and America's Justice, who are 3rd and 4th as they turn into the stretch. October Bliss, Nil Rock contending on the outside in 2nd, and then it's Ring Good in 3rd, 5 lengths off the lead, 16th to go. October Bliss shifting ground, Nil Rock trying to get to that one on the outside. October Bliss, Nil Rock, October Bliss, Nil Rock. Nil Rock with a late surge there, got in the close photo with October Bliss. Then it was Ring Good. Number 7. October Bliss got the head bob. Second, number 5, Nilrock. Third, number 6, Ring Good. Fourth, number 8, Utamaro. 7, 5, 6, 8 in race 6. Back to the winner's circle, number 7, October Bliss. New York bred, 5-year-old. Chestnut gelding by Destin out of Little Brave. Angel Montañez is the owner. Jose Armando Rojina, the trainer. GM Rojina, the winning jockey. Dr. John Martin McDermott and Lauren Griffin McDermott, bred October Bliss. $12.32, the winning mutual. Pick 4, $93.51. Double, $87.12. Exacta, $64.14. Super, $213.56. And trifecta, $285. Seventh race from Finger Lakes, scratch number 11, Dates Freedom. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, late daily double wagering. Post time for race 7 in about 19 minutes at 3:20 p.m.
All right, coming up on a wide open 7th race, finish for the 6th. October Bliss took over the lead, put away the other speed, and Rohina able to hold on in that race, and actually got bet. But is an off-track lover. One thing you could say, 2 of his 4 wins, now 3 of his 5 wins, performed on off-track. Couldn't tell who won there, but he was able to hold off Nilruck, who was trying for his 4th in a row. Just didn't quite get there. 5,000 claimers, the 7th. This one goes a mile and the 16th. Mentioned, man, you got to dupe this one. It was a great betting race here for this one. We did scratch Dates Freedom. I think when that one just re-entered for Tuesday, I want to say. Look at some. Right now, the favorite is the 9 finalists. But buyer beware if you're taking a short price. Does like to get second a lot, and that's been his thing. He did finally get the victory. It was on an off track. Well, it was on a sealed racetrack, we'll say, and he seems to like the off track. So you got to think that finalists of the group is going to be somewhere around, but it's hard to have a lot of faith as far as him winning the race just because of how many seconds he's had this season. I mean, you look at the overall record, 5 seconds out of 9 starts in 2025. At least he's been a really good check getter, and he does run well in an off track. So he's going to be, you got to figure he's going to be there on your ticket somewhere. Whether he wins first, second, or third, that's the question. Horse I did take a shot at with on top. It's going to be a price in here just because of his closing style. Really, the only true closer in the race is the 6 Centavo. I mean, you got a race full of horses that like to be on or near the lead, like to be forwardly placed, are questionable as far as passing horses. And then you got a horse like Centavo, who's going good lately. I mean, here's a horse that won for 5,000, then went into the 2 and 6 months condition and ran into Spetro. Spetro got alone on the lead. That one came back to win out of that race. And then last time was making a move. Just wasn't much of a pace. They didn't come back to him, and he still wasn't that badly beaten by Maddie's Express and finalist who likes to be second. So I'm taking a shot that maybe the pace is going to be strong enough. I know they're starting to quicken up here with the pace holding on today, but Centavo could be the late runner in this race. It may be worth a look at a price. I'm taking a shot in a wide open race, especially when the horse that looks the most logical likes to get second. The 7 Golden Rain takes a drop in class. He's another one as far as winning the race, questionable on the off dirt track. He's never been first or second the 5 starts. He's been more of a synthetic and turf horse, but he does have 3 wins on the dirt, just not the off dirt, and he's faced tougher competition. So you got to think maybe on the drop in class, he's going to be very competitive in here. Just a matter of getting the right kind of trip. And again, he's just got the back class edge on these rivals. And then you got the 8 horse Mr. Einstein, one of these speeds. He likes to be in the race early, and he's got 30 oysters outside. Of course, 30 oysters a mud lover, but he's got some speed inside him, so might make it a little tougher for that one. And there is some speed signed up here. You look at the pace setters, you got to think Baybank comes to mind, Mr. Einstein, and 30 oysters. Those 3 at least like to be involved early. Then you got a few others that like to be on or near that pace. So that's what Mr. Einstein might be up against as far as the pace here. I mean, he went way too quick last time. Got mixed up in a speed duel with Olazabal and ended up hurting Olazabal's chances as well. A little easier group today, but it depends on how this pace scenario goes. Mr. Einstein doesn't mind the off track, which he gets today. So another one that, depending on how the race flow goes, could be around at the wire. So those are some of the contenders in a race that, does look fairly wide open. Maybe it's one of those races where you key off finalists second and third and play some of these long shots. But we do scratch the 11, Dates Freedom. Exacta Tri Super Daily Double offered here.
horses coming on the track. 7th race, Finger Lakes, scratch the 11. Number 1 is Retail Man and Oscar Gomez. Number 2, Speedy Hans and Andre Worry. Number 3, Gliding a Fleet, Jose Baez. Number 4, Henry III, Jeremias Flores. Number 5, Bay Bank, Michael Davila Jr. Number 6, Centavo, Luis Pena. Number 7 is Golden Rain, Joel Cruz. Number 8, Mr. Einstein, Emmanuel de Diego. Number 9 is Finalist and Heben Harkey. And number 10, 30 Oysters and Carlos Camilo. Post time in a few. Approaching the gate. And the horses have arrived at the starting gate for race number 7 from Finger Lakes. Got a field of 10 to go mile and a 16th, 4 to 5, number 9. Finalist. Loading up race 7 from Finger Lakes. Bay Bank. Centavo. Golden Rain and 30 Oysters. 3 to 5 finalist. Oysters to the outside. They're all on the gate. And they're off. Decent start. It's Bay Bank, Golden Rain, now 30 Oysters, and Mr. Einstein on the outside. Mr. Einstein, 30 Oysters first and second. Golden Rain, Bay Bank third and fourth. Centavo takes back in fifth. Then in sixth place, that is finalist. Followed up by Speedy Hans, who's towards the inside. Gliding a Fleet is next and about 10 lengths off the lead. 3 lengths back to Retail Man in second last, and Henry III is at the back of the pack as they transition to the backstretch. Good pace in the front end, being set by Mr. Einstein and 30 Oysters. They're side by side and clear by 4. Bay Bank is off the inside in third. Golden Rain is outside of him in fourth, and then in fifth, that's Centavo. Centavo's in that middle cluster, almost into a joint third, 3.5 off the lead. Speedy Hans and finalists are making moves up the inside in the middle going. Then it's Gliding a Fleet, who's 2 lengths in front of Henry the Navigator, or Henry the Third, excuse me, and 3 lengths to Retail Man, who's at the tail of the field. On to the far turn, Mr. Einstein, 30 Oysters. Centavo gets through towards the inside. Finalist is in the Aqua Cap, right behind the leaders, 2.5 off the lead. Speedy Hans scrapes the paint. Golden Rain goes wide. Bay Bank drops back. Gliding a Fleet, Henry III are making moves. Only 6.5 off the lead, those two, as they reach the top of the stretch, and it's finalist and Centavo. And these two square off. Speedy Hans switches to the outside third, 2.5 lengths off the lead, as they got 1 furlong to go, and it's finalist. Finalist has the lead inside the final furlong, opening up by 2 over Centavo. Speedy Hans on the outside, up into second, but as they come to the winning line, it's finalist. Finalist in front. Speedy Hans second, Centavo third. Henry the Third was fourth. 9264, number 9 finalist first. Mile on the 16th, 148.33. To the winner's circle, number 9 finalist. Florida bred 8-year-old bay gelding by tonalist out of Val Marie. Nurka Huertas, owner trainer. Hammond Harkey, the winning jockey. Russellwood Farm bred finalist. $5.44 the winning mutual, double $46.42, exacta $43.48, trifecta $58.56, super $135.34. Eighth and final Finger Lakes, no scratches or jockey changes, exacta, trifecta, superfecta wagering. Post time in 20 minutes at 3:52 p.m. Another reminder that we'll be racing here at Finger Lakes tomorrow to make up for the cancellation on Tuesday. First post at 12:20 p.m. Now, printed editions of the daily racing form will not have Finger Lakes in them because it was impossible to get them in that edition because the Thursday print already happened when we made our cancellation on Tuesday. If you have a Tuesday edition of the daily racing form, all the races are the same, so you can use that. Or you can go download at drf.com. You'll have to pay, but that's an option. And then free Equibase programs available every day at fingerlakesgaming.com, available for download. Another housekeeping note, starting next Monday, the final 2 Mondays, first post will be at 12:10 p.m. 12:10 p.m. first post the final 2 Mondays of the Finger Lakes 2025 racing meets.
I get ready for the last race on this card, and just a reminder, we are running tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow we got actually it's Tuesday's card, so we bring back the Veterans Day card, and it's a good one. If you remember, you got Runaway Joke in there, bunch of good horses, Queen's Cat, and we'll bring it back. We ended up canceling yesterday and moving it to tomorrow, so make sure you join us for Thursday. 12:20 will be the first post tomorrow. Then we go back to Monday through Wednesday for our last 2 weeks. And for the last 2 weeks of the season, we're going to go with a 12:10 earlier post that starts on Monday. 12:20 tomorrow, 12:10 from Monday on of our post times for the rest of the way. Good action today. Finalists finally putting it together. Heman Harkey deserves a lot of credit for that one, as he moved at the right time, got the horse to the lead at the right time. Speedy Hans got shuffled back. Centavo went a little too early, and finalists able to put it together. A lot of seconds, but today gets the victory. Heman Harkey. Now, Harkey had 2 wins yesterday. Gets another win here. This one for Nurka Huertas. 5,000 claimers, the last fillies and mares, never won 3. It goes 6 furlongs. Like some of these horses on the outside. You got Hypnotic Flare, dropped in class. Actually, he dropped twice. She was running competitively against allowance horses. Dropped to the 11-9, had a troubled trip, and then dropped to the bottom and had no anxious moments. She actually went to the front end, and once she got the front, effortlessly, when there's other speed in there too, she drew away to the victory. Obviously, she's not a horse that usually goes to the front. She just got that extra class that she's too good for 5,000 claimers. A little tougher field here for Hypnotic Flare, but obviously she does not mind an off track. That only helps her. She's going to be tough. Thought the other 2 horses are on the outside as well. You got the 9 Cozy Magic. She's a tricky read because she's cutting back in distance, but taking a sharp drop in class. This horse has been running against allowance horses in routes, and one of the races at least was competitive against She's Grand and Equinox, who are very good in that conditions. So it's got to be respected on the drop. Probably won't be anywhere close to the early pace, but maybe she can put in a late run against this cheaper competition. The other one I thought might step up a little bit in the off track is the 7 Red Butterfly, and she's running okay as it is. She's been hitting the board a lot. A lot of these races that she's hitting the board, though, she's not really a threat to win, but maybe today she is. Again, she's got the best breeding of any horse in here for the wet. She's by Munnings. She's actually never run on an off track, so this could be interesting. If she really enjoys it, you can find her in the winner's circle. Hard not to consider her because of the off going today. Well, we'll see how it plays out tomorrow if we get another off track, as we're getting the colder weather here in Western New York. But again, tomorrow we will be running. We are taking yesterday's card, the Tuesday Veterans Day card, and running it tomorrow, and we will have a 12:20 post for that 9-race card.
Fillies and Mares coming on the track. Eighth and final from Finger Lakes. Number 1 is La Indecente and Rafael Regina Jr. Number 2 is Tador and Oscar Gomez. Number 3, Padrino's Gold, Andre Worry. Number 4, Wine Trail, Juan Diaz. Number 5, Bounty Killer, John Barrios. Number 6, Cajanet, Emmanuel de Diego. Number 7, Red Butterfly and Christian Navarro. Number 8, Hypnotic Flare, Kevin Navarro. And number 9 is Cozy Magic and Jeremias Flores. Post time in a few. Approach the gate. Fillies and Mares have arrived at the gate for the 8th and final from Finger Lakes. Don't forget that we do race tomorrow, Thursday. First post at 12:20 p.m. It's to replace the Tuesday card that got canceled due to the weather. You can download PPs at drf.com. If you got the Tuesday edition, last Tuesday edition of the print of DRF, you can use that as well. Same races, same order, everything. And there's free programs to download at fingerlakesgaming.com. It's just that the PPs won't be in the Thursday print edition of the Daily Racing Form. Got one more race today. Field of 9 fillies and mares going 6 furlongs. 6 to 5, number 8 Hypnotic Flare, Cozy Magic to the outside. And they're all in the gate. And they're off. It's Cajunette who's edging out for the lead. Jatador flashing early speed. Red Butterflies on the outside with Hypnotic Flare. La Indecentes at the fence in a joint fourth, 2.5 lengths off the lead. Bounty Killer is mid-pack to the inside of Cozy Magic. A gap of about 5 lengths to Padrino's Gold. It kicks on through towards the inside and passes Wine Trail, who's at the tail of the field. Entry into the turn, Red Butterfly on top. Cajunette relegated back to second. Hypnotic Flare contending third. La Indecente nudged to punt in fourth. Jatador mid-flight in fifth. Cozy Magic outside of her in sixth. 3 lengths back to Bounty Killer in seventh. Then second last, Padrino's Gold. Wine Trails at the tail of the field as they arrive at the top of the home stretch, and it's Red Butterfly who comes off the turn leading by a length. Over Hypnotic Flare, who's challenging on the outside in second. Cajunette one paced in third. Then it's La Indecente. Cozy Magic stand side, still 6 lengths off the lead. They run to the 16th pole. A feud between Red Butterfly and Hypnotic Flare. Hypnotic Flare pushing on by Red Butterfly, who's game up the inside. Hypnotic Flare wins over Red Butterfly. Then it was La Indecente and Cozy Magic in the 8th and final from Finger Lakes. Eight, 7, 1, 9. Number 8 Hypnotic Flare first. Back to the winner's circle, number 8 Hypnotic Flare. New York bred, 4-year-old bay filly by Good Magic out of Bella's Flare. Clear Stars Stable, Mitri Box Stable, and Big Toe Stables the ownership. Jonathan Buckley the trainer, Kevin Navarro the winning jockey. McMahon of Saratoga Thoroughbreds, Jamie Gibson and Windswept Street Bread. Hypnotic Flare. $3.20, the Woody Mutual. Double $15.28. Exacta $7.76. Trifecta $14.48. Superfecta $8.68. Pick 3 $40.40. Pick 4 $138.52. Pick 5 5 of 5 $284.84. Eighth race, last live race here at Finger Lakes on this Wednesday. Special racing tomorrow, Thursday, to make up for Tuesday. First post will be at 12:20 p.m. From high atop the roof here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack, this is your track announcer, Bill Downs, signing off. Have a great evening.